Hey everyone, my name is Marsha. I am 32 years old and I have breast cancer. I found out about my breast cancer about 2 weeks ago, literally this month during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And in those 2 weeks, I have been through several different types of emotion, from shock initially to denial. I was in denial for quite a while, and then fear, and now I'm kind of in this weird place, a little bit of anger, and a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like, now I'm just kind of going through the motions of everything that they take you through, because since I found out, everything has went so fast. It's almost like, once you're diagnosed with cancer, there's no time to waste. So once they, told me about it, it's been, exam after exam after x-ray after MRI after mammogram after biopsy. It's just been back to back to back nonstop. And now they have already set me up, of course, with an oncologist, and a treatment plan, a chemo treatment plan, surgery. Like, they've already discussed all of that. I decided to do a mini documentary or vlog series about my whole journey, because I just felt like, well, number one, I feel like it'll help me cope with it. It's almost like I'm sharing my feelings through a video diary, kind of like, but I also felt like it might help someone else who is going through a hard time in their life with anything. It could be sickness or anything else. And I was talking to my husband, and I was telling him that I feel like especially in our community, we don't talk about real issues. It's like we like to hide stuff or keep stuff secret, just deal with it amongst ourselves and not seek help. When it comes to physical illness or mental, emotional, depression, marriage. There's so many different things. People are having real issues, and you can't really keep that buried inside of you. You have to seek help. You have to share. Certainly you don't have to air all your dirty laundry and share all your personal business on Facebook or whatnot. But just if you find somebody close that you can talk to, like a close friend, or a close relative, or anybody, definitely talk about it. And for me, I personally like doing videos. I consider myself a up and coming videographer. And so I decided to share mine this way. I will say that the fear was probably the hardest part, because I actually just had a baby. I know I look good, but I just had a baby. She's 3 months, and when they first told me I had cancer, after the denial was over with, I thought about my baby Naomi, and I thought about my son Ethan, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm not around to see them grow up? I was like, oh my gosh, it's like you don't want to think about that, but it can happen. It was like, oh gosh, I don't want somebody else raising my kids. It's just. So that probably was one of, the hardest things. And then, my husband, I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to leave him with the kids by himself. And it happens, it happens. That certainly can happen. But, I guess that's where my faith had to kick in. And regardless of what your faith is or what your religion is, for me, I just have to trust God. I just have to trust God. So yeah, this is my journey, and you will get to see me as I go through treatment. And and for treatment, I'll go into more detail in another video, but I have decided to do chemo. Took a couple of days to kind of get to that decision, with my husband, of course. And, I was leaning more towards, the natural healing. Because, it's 2016. There's different options out there. You could take the holistic approach, natural healing, herbs. And those are all great options. Or you could do chemo, which, is worst case scenario. But anyway, after talking about it with my husband, we felt like after the cancer is gone, we definitely want to, change our lifestyle, change, what we eat, how we live, exercise more, maybe get, a wellness coach or a nutrition coach. But we felt like those are things that are more so preventive measures. I guess we just didn't feel like, eating a bunch of kale chips wasn't going to kill the cancer right now. The cancer's here. And so have to get rid of it and solve the problem first before it spreads. Because as you know, once cancer spreads, your chances for survival are very slim. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Feel free to comment below if you have any words of encouragement for me. If you say anything negative, I will delete it. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, that's it. So, see you next time.